Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Bronwyn and today I'm going to be doing an updated pin collection. I'm gonna go ahead and give the disclaimer that I want to make this one a little bit more in-depth than the last one was. If you just want a quick little pin video, then I'm gonna link the old one down below, and that one I just do a quick little show of all of them. Let's go, it's gonna be a long one. First up is my very beloved, original pin lanyard. This isn't the exact lanyard that I had, but these are all of my pins from when I was little. They're all locked on here, so they're just gonna permanently stay on here, I think. This Tinkerbell one was given to me and my sisters by a guest. It was part of a promotion they did that it was you buy a pin and get a pin so that you can give it to somebody else, and he gave me and my sisters all that one. This one is the Beach Club Christmas pin from 2011. We got surprised with a trip and we stayed at the beach club, and that was our way of finding out. My very first pin, a little rainbow mini, how cute. We had neighbors growing up that went to Disney all the time. We're probably annual pass holders. We just didn't know what that meant when we were little. And they, for some reason, always gave me Stitch pins. So I have a couple different holiday Stitch ones. Got a little Halloween Stitch. I have a couple just random Christmas ones because I love Christmas and Disney. Every year they have a different promotion, I guess, or just little mantra for the year. And one year it was the Year of a Million Dreams, and I got this one through a trade with a cast member, and I remember being so excited about it because I thought this was the best trade ever, which it really is a good one. Got some randoms. I'll also have this one. I think Brian bought all of them for us one time when we stayed at the Poly. My birthday is in March, so obviously I have this one. This one we got during obviously the new millennium, and this one was just one they gave to us when we checked into our hotel. I don't remember the exact year pin trading started, but I want to say this was either right at the beginning of it or was before pin trading was a thing, and they just gave people pins. To Disneyland, but my dad has been, and he went one time and got me a California Adventure pin. This one I actually traded for, and I remember being so excited when I found it because I thought it was so cool that I had the Mickey and the Minnie version. I made little piles on my bed of different movies and that kind of stuff, so we're just gonna go for it. First up is all special event pins. This is a Flower and Garden pin. It's the 2021, even though Flower and Garden didn't happen this year, they were still selling the pin, so I got it. This one is from Festival of the Holidays this past year. This is the one from the 2020 Festival of the Arts, which was my first time going to the festival. This is one of my all-time favorite pins. It's the one from the Christmas party in 2017, which was the very first Christmas party that I ever went to. This one was from the Halloween party this past year, so 2019. Me and my sisters all got the Food and Wine one this past year. This one is from 2019's Christmas party. And lots of these I traded for this one. It's the 30th anniversary of Epcot. Next is just kind of a big mishmash of random parks pins. So I got to go to a cast preview of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This is one that Caitlin got for me. It's a Splash Mountain pin, which I did not have any, and Splash Mountain's about to get rethemed, so I figured I at least needed a pin from it. This one was the Pride pin for 2020. This one I don't love. I got it literally the day that it came out. The colors are bad, you can't really read it, but Happily Ever After is my favorite show, so had to have it. This one is a new one that I just got recently. I didn't have any Soarin' pins, and I thought this was a really cute one. This one, me and Holly have matching ones of. She literally went to Hollywood Studios one day just to get them. It's for the 25th anniversary of Tower of Terror, which is me and Holly's favorite ride, so got the pin. The elevator falls out a little bit. Is that an elevator? Yeah, so elevator door opening, that's what it is. I worked at Animal Kingdom during the 20th anniversary, so we have a pin from that. This one is basically two of the same pin. It's a Small World one, and I also have the Chaser version of it. This is a carousel pin that is from Shanghai Disney, so that's pretty cool. Fun little Space Mountain Fast Pass. I've got two different teacups ones. This was my first ever Small World pin, which is, as y'all know, my favorite. Got a random Adventureland. This one, I don't know where it came from, why I have it, but here it is. Next is Aristocats, which is my favorite non-princess Disney movie. So we've got a couple of those too. This one was a limited edition one that Caitlin got for me that I'm obsessed with. It's a little like vinyl case, and then, come on. There we go. It has the record too. This one was one that Brian got for me because at the time it was like the only Aristocats one I didn't have. This one was actually from somebody that watches my videos. She used to work with a coworker of mine, so she gave it to that coworker who then gave it to me, which was really sweet of her. Next is Peter Pan. Not even so much Peter Pan is my favorite, just the second star to the right is my favorite. I feel like so many of the pins that I got recently are from Caitlin, but look, we have more from Caitlin. These were the ones for the Minnie's Main Attraction for the month of July, I believe. So it came with 3 pins in the set. I've got some like random Tinkerbell ones. I think it's time we start going through some princesses. There's a lot of them. Snow White and Frozen, Anna, Elsa, whatever, but I have so many of those because those are 2 of the ones that I collect. So we'll save those till the end. Let's move on to Christmas. This was one that I found at Cast Connection that was actually broken and I fixed it, and thank God I did because it's so cute. Sad. Christmas is my favorite holiday and I only have like a couple pins. Somebody make me buy more this season. I've got a couple Mary Poppins, and these ones honestly are like some of my favorite pins that I have. This one came in a pack of 2, and off the top of my head I can't remember what the other pin along with it was, but Holly has that one. I have 3 whole Star Wars pins, which I'm a big Star Wars fan now, but they don't have any Rey pins, which is really what I want. Next up are the Country Bears. They did a Hidden Mickey set, which is like a cast exclusive pin set basically, and I have every single one from the Country Bears set. I have a Sanderson Sisters set that I got from the Halloween party this past year. I do not love Halloween, but I am obsessed with Hocus Pocus, so I had to have these. I've got a couple Shelly May, and I think I only have like 1 or 2 Duffy, but these are mostly from Shanghai and or Hong Kong, which is pretty cool that they made it all the way to Florida. Ton of villains pins, but I feel like I have like most of my favorite villains, which is all I really need. Next up are years. I didn't start collecting the year pins until a little bit later in life, I guess. I had a couple that was on my like lanyard from when I was little, but these are mostly just from like the past few years. Kind of a big like random collection of them that I only have like 1 of that character, so here we go. Piles, but I still feel like these are probably like half of my pins. We're gonna start with Snow White. Snow White, ever since I was a itty bitty little girl, has been my favorite princess. Obviously Elsa now is my favorite, but she is my favorite like classic princess, so I have a fair few of her. And I also have like a random daisy one that's thrown in here. I worked at Magic Kingdom during the 45th anniversary, so I obviously had to get the pin to commemorate that. These two were both part of Mickey's 90th birthday celebration. This one I literally couldn't tell you why, but this is one of my like all-time favorite pins. This is another cool one that I've never seen it other than the time that I traded for it, but it's Minnie as the redhead. They sold for a while a lot of the like opening day Shanghai merchandise, so I have a pin from that. Another one of my favorites, don't know why, I just think it's so cute. All right, the rest are just random like Mickey and Minnie ones. They don't really have any sort of significance, so we'll just go through those quicker. Collection, and that is Frozen. I definitely have the most Frozen pins out of all of my pins just because I'm so obsessed with it. Honestly, none of my Frozen pins really have that much of a like meaningful significance, so I don't think that I need to talk about any of them. I'm just gonna show them and we can all bask in their glory. To the end of this video, you are VIP Once Upon a Bronze stan. I do have like a bag that I keep in my park bag that has a bunch of my traders in it. Those pins are all like not great, so I don't feel like I need to show those. They're literally just for trading. But yeah, that is my whole pin collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit more of my pins. I know this video was long, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all again real soon. Bye!